I'm Travis Bauer. Our recommendation report centers around the Stadium Woods and the preservation of what is one of Virginia's most beautiful and unique forests. Uh, Now, Stadium Woods is an 11.2-acre stretch of old growth forest located adjacent to Lane Stadium here in Blacksburg, Virginia. Now, the issue at hand is that with Virginia Tech athletics return to prominence, many boosters and athletic administrators want to expand the reach of the athletics department via new facilities. And one of the prime locations for these new facilities would be within the Stadium Woods. Now, the endeavor of this report is to find middle ground and recourse that satisfies the needs of both conservationists who wish to preserve the natural beauty of Stadium Woods and the athletics department who rightfully wants to expand their facilities elsewhere.
Research conducted on the preservation of Stadium Woods shows that it should be preserved as an educational resource for students, professors, and the community of Blacksburg. There are many health benefits to having an old growth forest on the campus, one of them being that old growth forests retain more carbon and nitrogen than any other forest in the world, actually. They're very rare, and that is why it is so special. High quality oxygen is also being released by these trees, and higher quantities of oxygen, being that the trees are so old and there are so many of them being on campus. There are many psychological benefits to having a old growth forest on campus, or any forest in general. There's a study by Dr. Won Sop Shin, who studies at the School of Forest Resources, who believes that, or who researched that, walking in a forest or having an activity in a forest can have many positive and healing benefits to the psychological mentees. Results show that Stadium Woods is in desperate need of a preservation method, obviously. There's an issue with topsoil, root damage, litter, and the water level. Air spades, walkways, and fencing can all kind of be grouped into one method of preventing damage to the forest. Air spades are useful in breaking up the compacted soil, as well as finding how far out the roots are expanding. Fencing can be then placed around that expansion of roots to prevent people from parking on top of them and other damage that may happen. Lastly, preventing topsoil damage is necessary, and that's why having walkways excludes people from walking on the soil. Measuring the water table is another method of preserving the forest, just making sure the trees aren't too close to it. Certain trees can't grow very close to the water table. And tree medicine is the last method of preserving the forest, as in healing wounds done to the tree already by using infant versions of the tree, like shoots. Lastly, our recommendations are to increase fundraising. Fundraising methods currently are done by donations and purchasing bumper stickers, which doesn't bring in a high amount of revenue when we have over 30,000 students and alumni who could donate better if they were more informed about the subject. They can also use the United States Geological Survey System as a source of help when trying to determine the measuring of the water table. And lastly, they can use student resources and student educational experiences to help in the preservation of the forest and save money on hiring outside sources.
So in conclusion, our main recommendation was to center on social activism in terms of the preservation for the Stadium Woods. To get in a little more detail about that, the main people that were fighting for the Stadium Woods, the Friends of the Stadium Woods, they haven't really posted anything on their website in about 4 years. They did fundraising in the past, but as of recent, there hasn't really been much going on along with the preservation efforts. So we were thinking about maybe implementing a philanthropic event, or even incorporating like some days, like Earth Day, to raise awareness of the Stadium Woods and how preservation is essential. And we also wanted to maybe have more of an impact on the social media aspect to kind of raise awareness for people that aren't really familiar with what's going on with the Stadium Woods. And so the second recommendation that we were talking about implementing was an environmental analysis. So there's some issues that can be concerning that comes along with the woods. We're not really sure what's going on beneath the surface with the roots or the water table, which can have significant impacts on the trees themselves and the chance to actually preserve them. So to do further analysis on that would benefit them in the long run, because we would actually know what we're working with in terms of the trees that we are trying to preserve. And so that, in conclusion, actions need to be taken sooner rather than later if we want to preserve these woods for generations to come. And these recommendations can help to achieve our goal. So thank you.